editing for social media shouldn't be difficult. And there are tons of platforms out there that you can actually use to edit your videos, and CapCut is one of them. So today we're going to be doing a desktop, no nonsense guide showing you exactly how you can use CapCut to edit some amazing videos together for social media. We're going to go over the free features, the premium features, what are its limitations, is it worth upgrading, and just giving you everything you need to know, but explained in a way that actually makes sense. So with that being said, let's get started making our first video in CapCut right now. Now, hopping straight into CapCut here, before we get into the editor, it's important to note that this is the page where a lot of the CapCut features are going to be available to us if we are a premium user. Now, normally we can just hit this new project here to automatically jump into the editor. If we have premium, we have things like AI fashion model, auto cutout, enhanced quality, video translation, long video to shorts. Now, long video to short is actually a free feature, so you can continue to use that even without paying. AI dialogue scene and script to video. Now, it's important to note here that anything that does have this little purple diamond in the corner is on the premium plan, so you wouldn't be able to actually use it unless you pay. But things like long video to shorts, script to video, all of that is completely free. On the left-hand side here, we have our home tab, which is where we are now, but we also have our templates tab. Now, this is one of the biggest draws for CapCut, is because we can actually go ahead and take some templates here to use and customize to make a video of our own. So as we can see here, we can see the amount of people that have used it. We can see how many videos are required for each template, and we can search through them as needed. So if I wanted to type in wildlife, for instance, we can see here, it'll load all of these, and we have one that was used by...
If you look around, if you pay attention, you'll discover there's some places on Earth that are actually a piece of heaven.
Okay, so if we wanted to use that, all we would have to do is hit the use template button. Now, it is worth noting here that a lot of templates are for pro users only. And this is because the actual creators of those templates want to earn money from other people using their templates. So they lock it behind a paywall. But you can actually find free ones. The only way to find free ones here, though, is if you hover over the template, we can see that under the use, it has a little diamond with a pro next to it. But say if we come down to this one here, of this dog that says be kind, we can see it doesn't require us to use pro because it doesn't have that little pro icon. So we could use that even if we wanted to for free. So we can also select here by clips and filter by duration and orientation here. In our case, if we're making a video for social media, portrait is our primary template that we want to look for, but we could use a landscape version if that's what we were looking for. Now, before we jump straight into the editor here, we are going to use a template just so that you can familiarize yourself with exactly how the editor works and looks and see exactly how using templates actually work. So I'm just going to use one of the premium ones here. In this case, that said, if you look around, if it's Kevin, I hit the use template button, and then CapCut's going to begin to download that template, and it's going to automatically launch us into this video here. And now, as we can see, there was only one video that was required. So at this point, we are now in the editor. And there's a couple things that I want you to familiarize yourself with before we start editing and making all the adjustments. The first thing is your toolbar on the top left-hand corner of the screen. We have media, audio, text, stickers, effects, transitions, filters, adjustments, templates, and AI avatar. Now, some of those are locked behind a paywall, but if we navigate through them, they're pretty much exactly what you'd expect. If we go to transitions, we can see all the different transitions, and again, see the ones that are premium and the ones that are free. We have things like filters, again, ones that are premium and ones that are free, stickers, text, audio, etc. You get the idea. Now, if we navigate back to media here, we can actually go ahead and just drag and drop videos, photos, or audio files, or just hit this import button here. And I'm going to take this video of a whale, and we're just going to hit the import button. So great, this video of a whale is now imported. Now, it's important to note that because this is actually set up as a portrait video and the footage that I've imported as landscape, we're going to actually have the ability to make crops and adjustments as needed to how the video actually looks. So all I have to do to bring this into the timeline here and into my template is simply click and drag. And as you can see now, it says sample, and that's because that was the sample footage. And I just have to hover over where the template video actually is, and it'll simply drag and drop and paste it in there. So in our case, that video is too short here. Luckily, I have a backup one, and you may recognize this from our Google VO3 video. Now here we have our T-Rex. So we're just going to simply go and drag and drop this. Now, it's important to note that if you have templates with multiple videos, multiple of these little square boxes would show up and you would drag and drop. So you see how under it, it says 11.9 seconds. If, say, for example, that this was 7 videos in the template, it would say 2.4 seconds, 3.9 seconds, and things like that. And how you actually make sure that you get the right portion of the video is after dragging and dropping our video in, the material you're trying to add is too short. Okay, I guess we need an even longer video. Okay, now that we've got a video that actually matches the length of the template here, in our case, this one is 19 seconds and this one is 11.9 seconds, we're going to simply drag and drop it in, and now it's going to automatically drop in. And as you can see here, it's cropped it to the vertical format as expected. Now, if we actually want to adjust the duration and what is actually cropped time-wise and what is actually cropped in the frame, all we have to do here is go to this little pencil icon here and hit crop or trim clip. If we hit trim clip here, we can see that we can simply drag the portion of the template that will actually be cropped. And if we see here, maybe we don't want this, maybe we just want the end bit. We can just hit that here. And if we hit replace clip, it'll automatically crop that. And again, if I go back to here and I hit crop, then we can begin to adjust and we can see it's set to vertical where it actually is set up. So I like it in the middle here, but maybe I want to rotate it a little bit, add some distortion. But in our case, I think this is just fine. And we can hit confirm. And so now, oh no, the whale's face is getting cut off. So let's try that again. We're going to crop it and we're just going to move it up here. And so now as the video goes on, there we have the whale going through, or whale shark, I should say, rather. And so now it automatically puts in the text and it adds in the audio here, and we have the template automatically filled out for us. Now, if we actually want to add things to templates, some of them are locked so that we can't actually make adjustments other than what has been already set up in the template. Let's see if this is one of those. If I wanted to add another thing onto this, say at the end here, and just drag and drop it, we can see that I can. All right, great. That makes it super easy. So we have vertical, 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 and then immediately, as you can see again, this one crops to a landscape video in a vertical setting. And all we have to do again is click on this, and now we can see the position and size. So we can see up here we have the scale, so we can adjust the scale as needed. And so other than adjusting position and size, when we've actually selected a clip, we can also do cutouts, such as a customized cutout or chroma key if you have a green screen. We can add masking here, we can do enhancements, and we have some enhancements that are only available once again on premium. But if we just want to take this landscape video and just make it pretty much cropped to a vertical setting, all we have to do here is right click on the clip, go up to edit, hover over the crop, click on it, and that will put us into the crop for this video. And all we have to do here is at the bottom where it says crop, all we have to do is go ahead and adjust our aspect ratio to 9:16. And then it'll automatically be cropped to a vertical setting. And again, we can move it around as needed. So I'll hit confirm here, and now it fits it. Now, again, it does look like this is a little bit bigger than 9:16. So I just want to scale it. We can scale it up, or actually that was probably because I scaled it down. Again, once again, just by clicking on this, going to basic and adjusting the scale. So I probably left it like this. And you can also see you can scale it just by selecting these four corners. And just like that, we have the video cropped here. So we can see it is the template, and then it automatically goes into this video. Now let's add a transition between these two. We hit the transitions tab here. We can see that these are all the premium ones, but let's just do one that's free here. We can do twinkle zoom, and all I have to do once again is just drag and drop between these two clips, and you can see that it'll say create duplicate frames for transition. So it's going to say that the clips are too short for a transition, and so what it's going to do here is it's going to duplicate a few things as it's actually transitioning, which may mean that the video will pause at certain segments. Now that's fine. So if we just go here, we can see that it does seem to freeze for a couple seconds. But that's fine. We just get our transition exactly as expected. And again, we can just begin to throw things on here. So if we want to blur the T-Rex's face, for instance, we can just simply drag and drop this here, and we can see that it appears just above our video, and then we can move it around. Let's say this T-Rex wants some anonymity. And again, as we drop it, we can see we can adjust the scale here, the position, where it's supposed to be centered, and all of those things. And I could rotate it directly in here. We can also add things where, you know, as the video is moving, if we want to have it say stick to the T-Rex's face, we could do things like tracking, which is a premium feature. Let's say we wanted to add motion tracking here, and we're going to say direction both. And let's just say we're going to move this out of the way. And let's say we want to have it tracked to the T-Rex's face. We just select that there and then hover it over like this. And during the entire duration, we'll just say start, and it's automatically going to apply that motion tracking. And now we can see that as the video is going on, we've got our transition here, it transitions, and then this appears. Obviously we want it to be a little bit further in the shot, so we would do something like that. And now we see that it just tracks over the T-Rex's face seamlessly here. Okay, so what's the next step? We've added stickers, we've added our transitions. If we added some filters here, we can just add crystal clear. And again, everything in CapCut is based on dragging and dropping here. We can drag and drop and then make adjustments here. We can go to the effects tab, and let's do a camera focus, and maybe we'll add a camera focus here. So it looks like, you know, we're filming this T-Rex. We can go and add things like text. And again, just default text, we can just drag and drop it over and then just change the text and say T-Rex, ayo. Click and move it around, adjust it as needed. We can adjust the actual font size, make it say freehand, adjust the text size here. Our colors, maybe we want to match it to the red of the volcano, make it a little bit more orange, make it bold, make it underlined, make it italicized. Doesn't really matter here. And the great part about this all is that editing a template is actually the more difficult version of editing a regular video, because the regular video editing is exactly like this, except instead of dragging and dropping into the template, which is shown by this little box here, you're just literally dragging and dropping it onto the timeline as we did with this T-Rex video here. But what we're left with is a nice video here where we can actually see the transitions well. style, and then we've got our effects, we got some tracking, some text, all of that. Now, what we can actually add is a cover here, because sometimes on social media, you want the first frame of the video to be a cover so that when it's shown on, say, YouTube or on TikTok, it shows that first frame, and that's the cover that people actually see. And then once you click into the video, it actually plays the video as normal. So all we have to do to add that here is hit the cover button, and we can actually select it from the video. So let's say we want, this T-Rex AO to be the cover of the video, or we could hit this local button and go ahead and just drag and drop the image in. In our case, we just want to select from video. We can see here we hit edit, and what it'll actually do is go ahead and allow us to go and edit it. But if that's good, we just hit save. And now that image is going to appear as the first frame of our video here. So for a split second, that's our cover. And then this video will automatically start playing as expected. And it's really that simple. Now in the middle over here, we can see that we have our text layers, our sticker layers, and our video layers, which we can toggle visibility on and off at any given time just to see what the video would look like. And audio tracks are exactly the same. We've got things like audio here. So say we want to drop in some music here. All we would have to do is go ahead and click and drop it in. Now let's say, for example, that I want to split the clip, either the video or the audio or the tracking, doesn't matter. We want to effectively split this into two parts. Well, it's actually pretty simple. All we have to do is select what we want to actually split, and then just do Command or Control if you're on Windows, B, and now we will have split it into two parts. Now, a great place that you can actually find all the shortcuts to work CapCut is just in the top right-hand corner here next to the Pro icon or free icon if that's you. And you can see here that we have all of the shortcuts shown to us. So for split, we have Command B, split all, we have Command Shift B, select A, and all of them here. We can see our timeline shortcuts, our player shortcuts, our basic shortcuts, and any other shortcuts we have. It's a very simple way to actually allow you to learn everything from CapCut, because sitting here and explaining every single shortcut would obviously take a lot of time. What's cool about CapCut too is that I can also preview how this video would look on multiple social media platforms. So I go to this TikTok icon here and I hit preview on TikTok. We can see here it shows how the video will look with the name at the bottom and the social icons on the side. Obviously, we want to make sure nothing is cut off here. And as we can see, if we enable the visibility on our T-Rex AO, it is actually cut off behind the TikTok text and the account name. So we're going to move this up and we can see that that's how that looks. Again, hit here, YouTube Shorts, and same thing with Instagram Reels. We can see exactly how that looks. And we can also adjust our playback quality here, zoom in, adjust our aspect ratio, which is if we wanted to make this back into an original landscape, all we have to do is go 16:9, and now it's all messed up again. Let's flip it back here to 9:16. There we go. And now we've got a full video edited using CapCut. So let's go ahead and export it. I'm just going to go ahead to the second part of Deep Tropical House and just delete it here. And once that's deleted here, now I've got my full video that is template in the first section and then just regular video in the second section. Now I just go ahead and hit the export button. It'll pop up and I can give it a title. I can export it to somewhere. I can adjust the resolution, exactly what I need. And then also, if you do have the Pro version, you can do caption exporting so that it adds those captions. And we can see here that we want to enable add video cover at the beginning so that when it's on social media, as discussed, it'll have that clip. Or we could just unselect that and it would just automatically have whatever the first frame of the video is. Now we can see that the duration is 20 seconds, the size is 30 megabytes, and if we hit export,
if you look around, if you pay attention, you'll discover there's some places on earth that are actually a piece of heaven.
Wow, that is loud. And once it's saved to your desktop, you can then automatically share it to either TikTok or YouTube. In our case, I'm just going to do that manually. And there we go. That's our CapCut video, fully edited, and hopefully just by seeing me do this, it gave you a bit of a better understanding of how to actually use CapCut, how to actually resize it, maybe if there's a few things that you were stuck on, or how to actually use templates that you could save a lot of time when editing for social media. In just a few minutes, we have a full edited video, and of course, we could go ahead and add more. I encourage you to download it and use it and try it out for yourself, because not too many things are locked behind a paywall. And in fact, everything that is locked behind a paywall just makes the application even better and worth paying for, in my opinion. But it's just as great as a free tool. So with that being said, I can't wait to see what you create in CapCut. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, my name is Josh Mountain. I'll see you in the next one.